Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm gonna be giving you part 7 of What If Naruto was from all the clans and taken by Obito. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new series What If Naruto Was the God of Space and Time and Will, and enjoy that guys. And also stay tuned for a brand new episode coming over on Anime King. Yes, I did have 3 channels if you're new: Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post what if every single day for you guys to enjoy, so go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last spot we left off, everyone was shocked as they could feel their breath hitching at their throat. As the aura that one kid was releasing was so immense, it was so foul, it was so dark. Lee had literally leaped away as his body was afraid. While his mind was focused, his body had warned him of danger and he had leaped away. Because his body had told him to not get near Naruto at all. So he had jumped back in the brink of time to making sure that he did not get near Naruto. Upon doing so, Naruto finally turned to face him, but Lee could still not see his eyes as they started the fight. Their battle clashed all over the arena. Despite having the gates, Lee was being dominated and Naruto was not using any ninjutsu or any genjutsu, just pure taijutsu. It got Awesome and the others in shock, wondering what kind of training that Naruto has been through to be able to keep his own with Rock Lee, especially in taijutsu, and Lee had on the gates. Lee was soundly beaten back as Naruto was gonna kill him. Everyone could see it as Guy was about to leap down there as Genma got in the way. Genma felt like he was about to throw up as Naruto gave him a look. Despite not seeing his eyes, the sensation from him just facing him with that feeling of death, it caused Genma's stomach to turn. So with that, Naruto calmly made his way back up. Sasuke knew not to step near Naruto because Lulu told him no. As Lulu could see that look on his face, he was upset that he did not get to kill his opponent. And Sasuke was being abrasive and loud right now. And if he did not shut his mouth, he would die. So she told him to step back, which he did, seeing that something was wrong, but he said nothing about it though. It didn't take too long for Orochimaru to start the invasion, as he wasted no time. After Sasuke was face down there against Gara, the invasion finally started up. As Naruto stayed where he was, he did not move or anything as he watched the Saiyan siblings leap to save their brother rather quickly. With that, they took him, as he was going rather crazy. But they realized that the village was being deceived, as Baki had told him to get back to the hidden sand. But before they could though, Temari was captured by Kabuto, who told him to transform. He told Gara to transform or she will die. Gara was getting conflicting thoughts as he stood there, as Kankuro was shouting at him to save Temari. But Naruto arrived and knocked away Kabuto. As he told him to go, he can handle this. As he did something to Gara, but they were not sure what it was, he just looked at him, and Gara collapsed unconscious. As Kankuro picked his brother up and moved. So with that, Naruto faced off against Kabuto, as Naruto told him that if he's still gonna remain a lackey for the rest of his life. Kabuto told Naruto that he couldn't change his mind upon anything. He will serve Lord Orochimaru as he attacked Naruto, but Naruto evaded off his strikes and pinned him down to a tree, one of those knives that he had. as Kabuto felt his strength leaving him, but Naruto told him that he's not here to kill him. He's just waiting until he finally sees that he's the one and his full potential. So with that, Naruto left. It didn't take too long as Hiruzen gave his life to seal Orochimaru's arms away. Orochimaru tried to flee with his own four, but someone arrived, stopping them, as it was none other than Naruto. As he revealed his eyes to all of them, Orochimaru was shocked when he saw those eyes. But Naruto was able to disable all the members of Zone 4 before he went after Orochimaru. The members of Zone 4 were confused as they found themselves in a strange place. And then they remembered that Orochimaru was going to send them to the village hidden and leave for the invasion as they made their way off, as Naruto did something to them. Afterwards, Naruto faced off against Orochimaru, who was too weak to even retaliate. But the chills that went up his spine was definitely real because it was fear. He felt fear as he knew that he was going to be extinguished right here and then, as Naruto did just that and burned him to a crisp. Kabuto was waiting, as he didn't know what was going on. He was waiting. Lord Orochimaru was not here yet, as he was at the statues, Hoshiram and Madara, as he was waiting for Lord Orochimaru to show up. It was then that the Zone 4 was brought by Naruto and his clones. Kabuto was confused, as Naruto told him that Orochimaru was dead. Kabuto thought that Naruto was the one that killed him, but Naruto told him to ask Zone 4. Orochimaru was attacked by a dozen envoys, maybe more, as the Zone 4 had fought. But they were defeated as the full brunt of Konoha had rained down upon them. The more Naruto thought, the more the images in the Zone 4 mind changed, like they were in a deep sleep, like a coma state. Afterwards, Naruto could be seen at the hidden sand. Baki was confused what he was doing here, as he knew that the sand was in deep shit right now. Seeing that they joined with Orochimaru by accident, but still, they were still planning to invade Konoha, as Naruto told them that he might be able to help them through this. Meanwhile, at the village, the person that was going to take the reins was none other than Donzo Shimura, as he saw his opportunity, and he was going to grip it so tight, he would never let it go. He will become Hokage. And the first option as business is, they should get back their Jinchuriki. So yeah guys, that's basically where we left off. You guys can switch across, so please check it out for yourself. So let's begin this new episode. 2 weeks has passed since the death of the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi. The village was mourning and sad after the loss of their longest reigning Hokage. There was a lot that cried. Even the heavens seemed to weep. But there was an individual that attended the funeral as well. But he did not cry, he just watched. And that was none other than Naruto, as he had watched the entire thing. Even though the village was beefing up security, he was there, watching everything outplay. A lot has happened in the past couple of weeks. For one thing, Donzo Shimura had taken the reign of Hokage. Its 2 council members, well, the advisors, Homura and Koharu, had backed him. They were the longest advisors, seeing that they were here. They were also under the team of Tobirama Senju. Donzo had the most experience. There was someone else that could take the reign, and that was Jiraiya the Sannin, but rumors were spreading that Orochimaru was killed. As the ninjas of Konoha, none of them had the knowledge of who killed Orochimaru. They thought that he had fled. But the rumors say that Orochimaru was killed by some strange masked ninjas. It was the same thing that the Zone 4 had told Kabuto, as Kabuto was confused by that, as he wondered if it was Root. Who else could it be? The Zone 4 was not sure who they were, but they were extremely powerful, and there was a lot of them. And they had struck down Orochimaru in his weakened state. In his state, he could not fight them. In fact, the Zone 4 was saved by none other than Naruto, who intervened. Before they all could be killed, Teiwaya had saw it before she fell unconscious. He had landed and fought back these shinobis, and used his clone to take them and move off, saving their life. Now that conflict Kabuto, as he didn't understand why was Naruto doing this. And he also remembered what Naruto said. Each night that he sleep and he dream, He saw himself as someone in charge. No longer a push paper boy. No longer a second hand. No longer the person that is used. He will become the person that uses people on a permanent basis. He will become the new and improved Orochimaru. Something much better. Something much greater, much more powerful. And he had Naruto to thank for that. For making him realize that that was the way he had to go. But he had to start out small, first. He had to keep the Stone Ninjas in line. And that was by using the Stone 4 to keep them in line. While Kabuto did not possess a curse mark, he was still a fair bit stronger than them. Yes, they were Orochimaru elite bodyguards, but Kabuto was stronger. And not to mention, with Orochimaru gone right now, there was a lot of power grab. But Kabuto had used his own for to keep people in line, slaughtering anyone that stepped out of line. Kimimaro, well, he was furious, but Kabuto had something to do with him. But for now, he needed Kimimaro to rest. He can't have him go and dine on him anytime soon. But that was not the only big news. Donzo Shinamura had taken the reign, yes. Taking the reign as Hokage, with Jiraiya out, trying to find out if the rumors were true that Orochimaru was actually dead. Donzo Shinamura had spoken to the daimyo, and with his support, because Donzo ensured him he would get the village back into a proper state of affair. Because Konoha was weak right now and the other nations knew it. So at the moment, Donzo was in his office. Shikaku Naru could feel eyes all over him as he made his way towards the Hokage's office. It was strange, arriving here and seeing that Hiruzen was not there. But his face was rather neutral as Donzo Shinamura turned in the chair as he gave Shikaku a pointed look. "Thank you for coming," said Donzo. "How may I assist, Hokage-sama?" said Shikaku. It just felt strange, but he kept his cool. "What are the chances of us being attacked by the other nations?" At the moment, there were recent invasion, and the word that we no longer possess the strongest Biju, a very high percentage. "Give me a number," said Donzo. "Over 80%, said Shikaku. "I knew it," said Donzo, as he looked rather calm as he spoke though. "What are the chances of us coming out of this alive if we're being attacked by the stone or Kumo?" "The chances are very low. I would say 5%. "That low, huh?" said Donzo. "Given that the both of them possess 2 Bijus in their village. So that will equal up to 4 if they decide to join together to crush us. The percentage might be a bit lower. We don't have an active powerful Biju to fight them back. So I doubt we will survive if we are being attacked right at this moment, unless we build back our manpower, which will not be an easy feat. So what do you suggest?" Well, as Shikaku had the idea already planned out from the moment they were attacked and from the moment he heard that Hiruzen was dead. The power of the Bijus is the big play right now. But as of this moment, Naruto Uzumaki is not in his village. He hasn't been seen since the invasion on the village. And it wouldn't be wise for us to go into a confrontation with Hinrain right now, given that he's from that village. With all the hate and glares that he received growing up here, I doubt he'd want to come back to fight for us. I don't know what Hiruzen said to him, but he allowed him to go back to the Hidden Rain. And I doubt he would list the youth to come back here. So we will have to fight against the Hidden Rain to get him back. And in doing so, there's a high percentage, at least 60%, that the other nations will see this as an opening and attack us. As Donzo remained quiet. "But you have another idea," said Donzo, after a while seeing that Shikaku had something to say. "Yes," said Shikaku. "Given the chances are so high, we will need to procure a Biju for the village. Otherwise, I don't see how we will come out of this alive." As the man was dead serious, as Donzo knew that was the case as well. The Naras were always smart, unbelievable smart. So, Donzo knew that this was the best course of action, as he's already think of this as well, but he just wanted a second opinion from one of the top strategists in the village, and the Jonin commander as well. Hokage-sama, if I may ask, what is the situation with the Hidden San? The San. They betrayed us, Shikaku, said Donzo, choosing to side one of our enemies. And then in the end, when they realized that their chances of winning is extremely low, they fled, betraying the Sun in the process. Well, I guess being an ally of another nation doesn't really mean much lately. So from this moment on, the Sun is our enemy. But they are also weakened from the recent attack. And I doubt they will try to attack us once again. They were always the weakest out of the Great Five. As Donzo was formulating a plan, he had to cause some chaos. He had to create some diversion and trouble. But if there was one thing for certain, not only will he get more than one Bijou, he will also return the Nine Tails back to where it came from, that boy, Naruto Uzumaki. He will not escape his grasp. Harrison was an old, stupid fool. No longer will the Nine Tails be able to roam free in another village. It belongs in Konoha. At the moment though, the Hidden Rain was an unknown. He knew that Hanzo was long dead, considering that his contacts with the man had been cut a long time ago. But someone must be pulling the strings there, and that person had to be powerful. They just came out of a little battle. That is what Donzo called a small battle, because this was not a war. And he didn't want to push them back into one once again. So for now he would plot and wait. Konoha will become great under his might. And it will not fall, or his name is not Donzo Shimura. Meanwhile that was going on, the Council of the Sun was having a meeting at the moment of their dire situation. So they're rejecting us then. One of the members of the council asks. He had short, black spiky hair and beady eyes. His name was Hayato, as he was in his late 50s. Yes, said Baki. As Hayato frowned, they had sent a message to the Hidden Leaf, telling them that they were tricked by Orochimaru, but nothing had returned, and that was sent over 2 weeks ago. They understand the fate of the leaf, but, well, once nothing was sent, it was a clear sign to show that they were not interested in hearing what they had to say. And not to mention the bodies. As Hayato frowned, that boy, what he did to them, Hayato said. He said he had no choice, said Baki, but to do that to them. I understand that they were here to watch and see our defenses, but do you trust him, Baki? The woman asked to the side, as she had short grey hair. Her name was Mary. No, said Baki. I don't know exactly what he wants, but for the moment he showed to bring protection to the Sun. We have eyes all over on him. But as if yet he had shown nothing as any anger towards the village, not to mention he saved Gara, Temari, and Konkuro. And also he stopped Gara from transforming to attack the Hidden Leaf. If that had happened and the Hidden Leaf had pushed Gara back, which, with Jiraiya the Sun in there, it would have surely happened, things would have been worse on us right now. Although they are not listening to us, and already sending ninjas to spy on us, things are not yet chaotic. So at the moment that boy have shown interest to help us, even though we do not know exactly what he wants and why he's helping us. As Mary frowned, she couldn't get him, that boy. He just walks all up to the Sun and offers assistance. And from what they had heard from the preliminaries, he was quite a dangerous person. Not to mention the bodies of the ninjas from Konoha. Well, that is what he said, but they had no description on them, no symbol to show that they were from Konoha. They were scouting out the Sun, but the boy, he had butchered them. He had literally chopped them up to pieces. Bones were broken, necks were snapped. He had burned their bodies. From the reports that were written back by the Sand Ninjas, the council were shocked at such a gruesome feat. So they did not trust that boy one bit, but yet, they could not deny his help at the moment. He's not from Konoha yet, he's from the Hidden Rain. It was time. Send him in, said Chiyo. We need to talk to him personally. This is actually the first time he was stepping foot in the village. He has spent the last week or so protecting the borders. He didn't speak much or ask anything, he just protected the borders. Sometime he vanished, sometime he just returned. So that was a big confusion on their part. As Baki looked towards the others who nodded in agreement. With that, he gave the signal. It didn't take long, as Naruto was brought into the room, in front of the council. They were on a podium type thing, so they were all looking down at him as they were sitting down, as he was smack dab right in the center, as he gave them a cordial bow, showing much respect as he dipped his head rather low. He did not smile, but they could not see his eyes. "You're Naruto, is that correct?" another council member asks, as there was a band coming down from his cloth that was tied around his head. He had a goatee as a band cover, his left eye. His name was Yora as he looked towards Naruto. "Yes, that's correct. I presume I'm here to ask my reason for protecting the sand." "Yes," Hayato said. "Why? Have you been protecting us? Why have you shown so much interest in our village? Given the situation with the sand, not to mention the village that you're allied with." "The Hidden Rain," said Naruto. "Yes. I was sent here as a shinobi from the Hidden Rain to participate in student exams. Me and my team alone. But the Hidden Rain was just a cover for me, so I could not be discovered. A place where I could hide, so Konoha would not find me." "Why would Konoha be hunting after you?" Mary asks. "Oh, that is quite simple," said Naruto, as he started to undo his jacket. The Anvus in the room watched him keenly, as he folded it rather nicely and placed it aside. He then lifted his shirt up, as he applied chocolate to his stomach. The room gasped in surprise when they saw what was on his stomach. "Wait, are you a Jinjuliki?" said Chiyo. "Yes, that is correct. And your last name?" she said. "Uzumaki," said Naruto. "So, Naruto Uzumaki, you are in Konoha, and know that you're hiding from them. Can I presume that you're the 9-tail holder?" "Yes, that's correct. Konoha has been hunting after you for some time now. Rumors had spread through the villagers that you were gone, while the main population seemed to keep the real identity themselves, and not to mention, there has been some rumors that you were there training, while the other nations were being fooled that you were gone. So the rumors were true," Chiyo asks. "Yes, quite true indeed," said Naruto. "If I recall correctly, I was 6 years old and I left the village." "Why?" asks Yora. "Oh, that is quite simple. The ridicule, the torture. The Sand Jinjuliki and the Konoha Jinjuliki are treated rather differently, if I must say. Perhaps it's kind of similar, but I didn't have the strength to fight back. I was beaten on an almost daily basis, tortured, put in situations where I had to fight for my life, but as I said, I did not possess the power to fight. I tried to end my existence at least several times. And I was just a mere child. It was haunting. I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran. I ran until I got tired. It took me a long while, but I was able to find my way in the Hidden Rain. That is where I took up shelter as an orphan. And I was brought into the orphanage and raised there. Life was a lot better than the life I had in Konoha. I was not suffering anymore. Although it was hard, I was still not being tortured, being beaten, stabbed, cut, forcefully drowned. So life was much better, even though most time I went to bed hungry. I never revealed what I was, because I never knew either. It took me some time for me to find out. But even then I didn't reveal what I was. I was the one that pushed the option for me and my team to go to Konoha to take June exams, because I wanted to see what happened to my village after I left. And well, I was disappointed. I had made sure that I would never be treated that way ever again, so I trained. I pushed myself to my absolute limit to reach where I was, where I am right now. But the village had disappointed me with their strength. They did not pose a threat or a challenge. And it brought back so much hatred the moment I stepped in there. And not to mention, as you can see, I'm very noticeable, and from what I did at the exams, people noticed me rather quickly, and the hate returned that easily. Harrison was a kind old man who did not believe in war, so he didn't want to start anything with the Hidden Rain, although I was not even welcome there either. I don't really have any friends there or anyone I could call a good friend. Not even my teammates. So I don't really have a proper home to stay, as you can see, said Naruto. I doubt they even care that I'm alive right now. After all, many people die in the attack. Perhaps they think I'm dead. Well, it wouldn't worry them. Well, unless they knew what I possess. But I kept that a secret throughout all these years. So as you can hear, that's my story, said Naruto. As all of the members are looking at him, Baki was surprised. Now he understood that ominous feeling it was to be true. That still doesn't answer the question, why are you helping us, said Yora. To put it bluntly, I don't know, said Naruto. Perhaps it's because I feel something in myself for this village. As Chiyo raised her eyebrow, and what would that be? The sand was always the weakest out of the grade 5. As much as you try to sugarcoat it, you know it's true. And the other nations think they can bully and get away with anything they want. I presume that you had your reasons to attack Konoha in the first place. Because when there is power, there is leadership, there is domination. So I presume that you all had your reasons why you went into this attack. Before you were tricked by Orochimaru of the Sannin. But now Hiruzen is dead. And the one that took the mantle is Donzo Chimera. Many of them thrown at that. It was rather a concern to hear that Donzo was the one that took the mantle of Hokage. So you all know what is going to happen now. The reason why he has not sent back any letters to you guys. It means he does not see you guys as allies anymore. And sooner or later he will send his forces to nuke this entire village. He will stop at nothing to see you pay and destroyed. To take back the power that was given out by the first Hokage. Now that he does not possess a Biju, he will be coming after yours. So you have options, said Naruto. Either you let me continue protecting this village and helping you people, or you can have me leave immediately, and I will leave without a fuss, said Naruto as he remained quiet after that. The members of the council looked toward each other. Excuse us, there's a lot we have to discuss. As Naruto nodded, take your time, he said. I'm not going anywhere. As he made his way out of the room. Once he was gone, they started to discuss several things. As Naruto stepped outside, Gara was standing there. He didn't have a chance to talk to Gara since he woke up. Gara had a frown on his face. What did you do to me, he said. I see you're feeling better, said Naruto. I asked you a question. What did you do to me, said Gara. I can no longer hear mother. Can you use the powers of your Biju? Naruto asked. Sand shot out of his gourd and wrapped around Naruto rather tightly. I presume that's a yes, said Naruto, as Temari and Conqueror rushed down the hall when he heard it. Gara, what's... as they were stopping their tracks. Temari looked conflicted. So did Conqueror. I stop Shikaku from influencing you, said Naruto. I have a special ability. Maybe it's because I have something like you, said Naruto. Maybe it's because we're just alike. What are you talking about, said Gara. Oh, that's quite simple, said Naruto. Let me go and I'll show you. Gara looked quite reluctant, but he did release Naruto. As Naruto lifted up his shirt, he was still holding on to his coat. He lifted up his shirt and showed Gara the seal on his stomach. That's... Wait, you mean you're like me, said Gara. Yes. I hold the 9 tails. Temari and Conqueror gasped at that. Now it made sense. While they were in Konoha, they heard some chittering about someone returning. Someone that the village hate. So it was him. Temari narrowed her eyes. She still did not trust him after the beating that she got in the forest, although he did save her life from that Kabuto guy. But still, she did not trust him one bit. As she would not allow herself to be tricked. What did you do to mother? That thing was not your mother, Gara. That thing was controlling your mind, using you Now you have its power, and you are no longer influenced with that bloodlust. So, how are you feeling, Naruto asks. It's been a long time since I could think properly and clearly, said Gara. Why? Why did you do all of this? Why are you helping us, Gara asks. Because I hate to see my fellow kind suffer, said Naruto. And it's not just you I'm speaking about. I resonate to your village in a way. And I hate to see the smaller village being bullied by the larger one, and forced to go through torment and suffering because another village possesses power. And because of the person that is now in charge of Konoha, this village will place in chaos very soon, said Naruto. And you're willing to help us, said Gara. As Naruto walked forward as Gara's hand started to twitch, but Naruto placed a hand on his shoulder. Yes, he said, as he was rather calm. As Naruto glanced towards Temari, he stepped towards her as Conqueror narrowed his gaze. As Naruto stopped a few feet in front of her, I do apologize for hurting you. I hope you don't hate me, he said, as he flashed her a charming smile. She frowned. You think I can't take a little hit, she said. I will have you know, I'm one of the most powerful Kunoichis in this village, if not the most powerful. Oh, I mean nothing bad about your skills, said Naruto. After all, I saw it myself in the Chunin exams. You show those wannabe Kunoichis at Konoha what it means to be a true Kunoichi, and that is something I can truly respect. They're all just fangirls, thinking that the world is easy, but you on the other hand, my dear, you're able to keep it completely balanced. What do you mean, she said. Well, on top of a superior fighting style, you have the gorgeous looks of an angel, mixing the both of them together and creating one deadly package. A small blush came on her face. No one is brave enough to say these things to her before, especially in front of Gara. They were afraid that Gara might kill them or something. And not to mention Gara was her, well, brother. And her father was... And she got down at that. Oh, where are my manners, said Naruto. I do apologize to all of you for the loss of your father and being tricked by Orochimaru. But, it seems, there is no need to worry anymore. I've heard rumors that the snake is now dead. He is? Said Temari. Who did it? I am not certain, said Naruto. But, perhaps I will find out soon enough. Baki then came out and called Naruto inside. Well, it seems I have to go, as he made his way inside. While that was happening at the Hidden Sand, at Konoha, Sasuke Uchiha was furious. Not only did he get his ass whooped by that woman when he tried to go after Naruto, but she just displayed him like he was some sort of toy. She had wrapped him up in her paper, and he was unable to do anything about it. At the moment, he was furious. He was pissed off, as Naruto had just left the village. He was just gone. Kakashi had been sent out on a mission. Sakura had left the hospital and she was home with her parents. Well, it didn't seem like Team 7 was going to be returning back to normal. As for Sai, he didn't know where the hell Sai was. So at the moment he had nothing to do but train. He had a sensation that he was being watched. But by who, he didn't know exactly. He sighed, as he wondered if all of that was just a waste of time. All of that Naruto told him, not to mention him being an Uchiha. What was he supposed to do now? He had no idea. But at the Hidden Rain, the real Naruto was currently sitting down. Yes, the real Naruto. The one that was at the sand was not the real Naruto. That was just a copy. It wasn't a clone. There was actually a human being under that. It was a technique, a rather skilled technique to give off a percentage of your power to your duplicate and use them. He could see through his eyes. He could feel what he feel. He could hear what he hear. And he was speaking telepathically. And the duplicate was speaking everything. That is why he had been at the stand the entire time, while his real body was hidden in the Hidden Rain. While he was doing something in the Hidden Rain, the body had went to sleep or simply sit down to relax. As Naruto opened his eyes to see the rain pouring in front of him, as he was on the head of the lion. A couple drops were dropping on him, but not that much. It almost seemed that Raiden was afraid to fall on him. Beside him was Tendo as he stood looking over the village. In desperate times, you will do anything to make sure you stay afloat, said Naruto as he got to his feet. The San accepted me rather quickly. Considering who the Hokage is right now, I doubt that Donzo would ever want an alliance with them. Only thing that he will do right now is to subjugate them, said Naruto as he glanced towards Tendo. The San is in need of assistance. They can turn towards the hidden cloud right now, presenting me there as a help. To bring down Konoha would be the most valuable thing right now. I doubt that the Raikage would turn down my services. With all those bloodlines in Konoha that he can steal, especially the Byakugan. Tendo finally spoke. You're doing too much at once, and creating attachments. You know what you will have to do towards the Hidden Sand, and Kumo as well. If you go down this path of becoming friends, and not to mention growing attachment to them, you know what will happen. As Naruto sighed, attachments. Frail human emotions, yes. Those are bad. But I can assure you, things are going just as planned. And there's nothing to worry about, said Naruto. As long as no one made a bold move to go and knock in, everything will be surely fine. After all, Konoha is being debunked right now. They don't have their Biju, and they just fought a major war. Well, an invasion, which they won. But you and I both know that Kumo has the most military strength. It's just, they don't have the skilled shinobis, just manpower, said Naruto. And we both know that quantity shall never be better than quality. So, I assure you, everything will go fine. I presume you have no problem with this. No, said Tendo as he glanced over the village. Just make sure your priorities are straight. There is no better future than the one that you have crafted, said Naruto. I don't see any other way that we can cause peace to reign in this accursed world. Besides, what's the point of living if there is just constant war? As Naruto jumped right off the balcony and made his way down, Konan emerged. He's conspiring a lot, Konan said as she appeared beside him. He said that he will not get any attachments, but he will have to turn against them, betray everything that he has come to believe in a short amount of time. Let him work, said Nagato, speaking to the mouth of Tendo. If he believes he can do it, let him do what he can do. If he fails, we will still attack the villages and take the Bijus. But this way, it will be a lot quicker, not to mention, we will have constant civilians on them, and we will know the village ins and outs. It's just a matter of seeing if the Raikage is gullible enough, but that man will do anything for power, so I believe that it will work. He looked towards her. I know you don't trust him. She cut him off, and you do, she asked. As Tendo said nothing, answer me, she said. Do you trust him? You seem to be accepting many of his proposals. He's not even a official member of the Akatsuki yet. You're letting him do things that not even the Akatsuki is doing. Dangerous things that might lead a war on us before we're ready. He's taking chances. You know Donzo. That man would not make Konoha fall. He will do anything to make sure the village stands up. What if he decides to do something other than what Naruto planned and attack the village? Because he doesn't know about you. What if you think that we're weak and we can't fend him off? In the state that Konoha is in right now, I don't think they will go for a full frontal attack. What? Because Naruto tell you that? He's saying this off of hypotheses. Things that he's planned up. All of this is something that he's planned. But what if his plans and calculations fail? What then? Then I will handle it, said Tendo. Have you lost faith in me, Konan? He asks. Is tone taken on an edge? Of course not. Then stop. questioning the plan. There is no one here. Not even Naruto that can face me. If he comes to be a challenge or something that I must put down, then I will put him down. And that is it. So just stick with the plan. Everything will be resolved soon enough for our dreams. She simply nodded and went quiet. Meanwhile, in the village, at that very same moment, Naruto smiled. As his eyes were closed, as he had a rather happy smile on his face. It was then that Lulu approached him. "Ah, good to see you," said Naruto. "I once again apologize for leaving like that. I assure that you restrained Sasuke well enough." "What are you up to?" she asked. "Oh, nothing really," said Naruto, "but I can use your help. I'm going to take on an endeavor, a very dangerous one. But you will need to play a part." "What are you talking about?" "Before that, let's go back and talk to someone," said Naruto. "Who?" "Conan." "About?" she asked. "You will find out." As they made their way back, it didn't take them too long as Conan frowned when she saw him. She always just get these bad vibes looking at him. She remembered the feeling that she used to get from Yaito, that calm, warm sensation, but anytime she's around Naruto, the sensation was just empty, cold, wicked. "Ah, Conan," he said, with a pleasant smile. "He's happy to see you. I haven't seen you much lately." "What do you want?" she asked. "Oh, I want to borrow Lulu here." "No." As Naruto looked affronted. It looked rather strange. All of his emotion was being shown from his face going down, seeing that you could not see his eyes. "I hadn't even asked what I want to do yet." I said no. "Lulu has things here to do." "What is going on?" Lulu asked. "Well, I needed your help to approach Kumo. But it seems like Conan's against it. So, well then," said Naruto as he turned his back and started to walk away. "Wait," said Lulu. "Is this to help the village and the goal that you have?" "It doesn't matter," said Conan. "Is it?" Lulu asked. "Yes," said Conan, "but there is another way. So it is not necessary. We can find another way." As Lulu stepped forward, "I know that you don't like him or trust him, but if this can help the village, has Pain-sama agreed to this?" Conan nodded. "But you know that he can help the village, right? Don't let your hate for him mess up our chance of bringing great to the nations. Please," said Lulu. "I don't like this," said Conan. "What does he want me to do?" As Conan glanced towards Naruto, who was a distance away from them, so he couldn't have overheard what they were saying. "Naruto," said Conan. "Ah, you called," said Naruto, as he came over towards them. "I thought you turned my proposal down. What do you want from Lulu?" We all know that Kumo had spies everywhere. Perhaps a few of them regarding the Chunin exam to see what Konoha is capable of. And from my match with Lee, I know that I was probably seen. So, I need Lulu here as my witness," said Naruto. "Witness in what?" "Well, I was the one that found her some time ago, struggling and almost dying, but I saved her, and we both embarked towards the Hidden Rain. She's been loyal to me ever since. While we use the rain to survive, it is not our home because we have none. Lulu has decided to help me in my dream, to see the destruction of Konoha for all they did to me, all the pain I went through, all the suffering. So she's willing to follow me no matter what, willing to give her life and even die for me," said Naruto. As Lulu looked at him while he was saying that, his face was blank, but there was just something that she was not getting. It was the way he spoke. There was just something about his tone. "I've already gotten the Sand to agree to bring forth the destruction of Konoha. It will just be convenient too. The Raikage's interest to destroy the village as well, and help the Sand. The Sand is not that all-powerful. After all, he gets what he wants and more. I am a Jinchuriki after all," said Naruto. As Conan saw what he was trying to do, And you don't want him to believe that you're someone that will just betray anyone in the blink of an eye. You want to have someone that you care about, and that is Lulu. So he can use her as some kind of bargaining chip if he was ever to step out of line. Well, and there's another thing. The Jinjurikis at Kumo are celebrated and respected, while everywhere else, it is just pure chaos. So while I do show interest in the San, I don't believe that it's right for me. And yes, Lulu will be a pawn. Paper start to peel off Conan's skin. You want to put her in danger, so if anything happens to you, they can take her and use her as a bargaining chip. Maybe even kill her. Yes, said Naruto, as the papers flew forward and stopped an inch away from his throat. But I will never let that happen, said Naruto. He didn't even blink. As the paper almost sliced his throat, but he didn't even move. There was no subtle movement. He was just looking at Conan, as Lulu had placed a hand on her shoulder. Why me, she said. Well, I don't seem to have anyone else, said Naruto. Besides, you're a great actor, said Naruto. And it's not like you're all that defenseless. But you're gonna have to tone down your skills to show that you're not that dangerous. After all, we both know you are. But we need to make it look like you can be taken rather easily. But at the same time, you're not that weak. As Lulu thought about it, she herself did not fully trust him. And this would be a good idea to keep an eye on him, just in case he wants to plot something else with another village. Let me speak to Conan, you can go, she said. I'll be waiting outside, said Naruto. Once he was gone. I'm going, said Lulu. No, said Conan. Look, you wanted me to keep an eye on him for Chunin exams, but that is over now. He's embarking to another village. Think about it. This will be the best opportunity to make sure that we have a close eye on him. Just in case he tries anything, I can watch him. And besides, if anything happens to me, he know what will happen to him with you. So he wouldn't dare put me in any harm's way. And not to mention, this is what I trained for. I can protect myself. If you're doing this because you see a way of me giving you more respect, you don't have to. Lulu, I respect you. Look, Conan, you have done so much for me. If it wasn't for you, I would be dead right now. You guided, protected, and not to mention trained me to the best of your abilities. I want to prove to you and myself that that was worth something. So please, just let me do this. I will get it done. The dream that you have, the dream that you're looking forward to, it will happen, and nothing will stop that. You said it yourself the first moment you met him. You did not trust him. You asked him to keep eye on him. And now he's going off to different villages. Who knows what he's doing? Let me do this. Let me prove to you and myself that I have not wasted your time for your training. Conan sighed as she saw that she was not gonna let this go. Fine, she said. But you have to be careful. Am I not always? Asked Lulu. She supposed that was right. Time skip. The council room of the Sen. What? Yes, said Naruto. You're gonna need help. And you think you can get us an ally from Kumo? Why would they even join with us? Asked Chiyo. You and them share the same thing. The fear of Konoha. Konoha is still strong despite its many battles. And I'm sure the Raikage would like nothing more than to see the downfall of that village. So I assure you, just give me some time. As the other members start to whisper amongst themselves, as Baki stood there as well. This child was proposing that he would go to Kumo and bring back an ally from them. A sign of agreement to have them join forces to bring forward the destruction of Konoha while the San just want to protect themselves. But they knew sooner or later that Konoha would come knocking. And if they're not able to defend themselves, well, that will be it for the Hidden San. With Donzo as their leader now, well, the man was a corrupted dictator, so they knew that. Give us a moment to discuss this. as they once again sent him out of the room. He was being quite patient with this. I say we let him go. While he's shown full interest in protecting us, he's still a wild card. But this will be a chance for him to prove that he's on our side by bringing us this. And not to mention with the aid of Kumo, well, Konoha would surely fall, and we will no longer be suffering from getting missions because with Konoha on the brink of destruction, if they're pushed that far at least, most missions will be routed towards us. So I vote for letting him go, as a few of the other members agreed. This could still mean trouble. Some of them questioned the offer that he gave, to just go to Kuma and get an alliance. But it is not them. So in a sense, if anything bad were to happen, they would not be blamed, as long as he doesn't carry the name of the Stan. Let's make him think of it as a test, as he can all see he's willing to do whatever it takes to join our village. We can let him do that, but he doesn't carry the Stan name. Just a vote of agreement from all of us that we're willing to sign an agreement with Kumo because of the situation with Konoha. But if things go south, he's not with us. We can't have Kumo on our back, like how Konoha is on our back as well. Later that night, as Naruto was standing on the roof in the hidden sand, the home that they gave him to settle down in for now, it was when Temari showed herself. "Ah, Temari, what are you doing out this place at night?" he asked. "Baki told us what you're gonna do." "Ah, you heard about that. You're taking up a dangerous task. If you fail in this and Konoha were able to find out, or rumors about you spread, well, it would not be good for you considering what you are." "Yes, a weapon of war," said Naruto. "But I'm happy that you're worried about my safety." "Who said I was?" she asked. "Well, you came to visit me. I just want to ask you, what you did to Gara, is it permanent?" "He's different. Not to mention he can sleep, which he hasn't done in a long while. So will he stay like this forever? If something were to happen to you, will he turn back into the Gara that he once was? Or you're wondering if I die, if your brother will be the same? I must say I'm hurt. So you believe I will die in this mission? I thought we were becoming friends. What made you believe that? We barely know each other." "Well, I guess I haven't enough time to know you," said Naruto. "I apologize for that." "You don't have to apologize for anything. Just tell me, will he remain as he is?" "Don't worry, he will be just fine." "Alright then," she said. She turned her back and started to walk away. She then paused. "Look, I don't know why you're doing all this, if your reasons that you said is the truth. But if you are able to do this and protect our village in the process, maybe I can think of you as a friend," she said. "Maybe, just maybe." As Naruto smiled, she went off. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see this person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in social media platform. But I'm hoping I'll see you guys soon. Peace.